Recording.
Welcome to Mind Hops.
So weird.
Are you ready to void your bowels? Oh, we're live. Oh, God.
I just turned it down. I'm playing.
Time to lactate.
The podcast with more dad jokes than you can shake an angry fist at.
Lactate any fluid. What would you lactate?
It's one of those bags again.
I think I'd have like chocolate milk or something.
Any fluid?
Any
It
fluid.
doesn't have to be dairy, right?
No.
Broadcasting
You
around
could
the world.
lactate Bang Energy if you want to.
It's my job right
For your job.
Yeah.
Hey, Summer.
Hey, Summer.
Welcome to.
Honestly, probably.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lactate natural light straight out of my nipple.
I'm gonna do some salted caramel crown, the limited edition.
No, I'm gonna
Hey,
lactate.
Summer.
Actually, I'm gonna lactate Louis the 13th or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and then I can just fill bottles of it, and it can be
There
like
you go. Shots like at the bar. It's like thousands of.
literally. I can
right?
charge no
Like,
100.
Dude, you're golden.
I think a bottle is like 15 grand,
You're golden. All
something
right.
like that. Let me look it up real quick. Should we
Got a
do
Halloween themed beer.
should we do closer to the pin for Louis the 13th? Oh wait, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can have to win. How much a shot is? Is that what you're saying?
No,
I mean,
it's the bottle.
Oh, the bottle. Oh,
The
okay.
big- bottle.
The big
1.75.
Okay. Wow. I would say about 10 grand.
Mhm. I think it's 15. I'm
What's your
pretty-
guess?
Oh, it's cognac. It is about 3 grand.
Okay.
What the fuck? I don't know. And it's that makes it unique. I don't fucking
It's tough
know.
to say because the prices on alcohol are all over the place, the ability of it. So
10,000.
Oh,
9599 about here.
look at
95.
that in there. Look at
Good
that.
job, man.
Thanks, man. Every now and then the
Actually-
broken clock is right.
Del Mesa Liquor 500 and it's a 1.75. I feel like you could probably just buy it for 4 or 5 and then sell it for Louis the 13th. Does not give a fuck.
No, they don't care about the price. Yeah, exactly. I'm
Well,
gonna try this.
speaking, let's
I will
introduce
say,
this. This is Stout Chocula.
I'm not a huge chocolate guy, but the smell,
Probably
chocolatey smell.
the most chocolate beer I've ever had. You remember you're frozen. You remember the
What's going on?
banana pudding
Yeah, yeah,
beer? It's the same brewery.
Oh,
The banana
shit.
pudding beer was 12.5%. This is 10.
Okay.
So this is,
Definitely smells like Cocoa Pebbles. Or
and
something.
it still smacks.
That is good.
That's the third one I've had.
That is chocolate guy, but that is a very strong chocolate.
I'm glad you like the can, Summer. I wonder if they have a berry
Oh,
can.
yeah, like,
That'd be cool.
yeah, that would be cool. Like berry flavored, you know.
Yeah. I'm sure they could do a sour. Sour. or something.
Definitely. That's very chocolatey though. So I want you to take a shot of the salted caramel. Yeah, because I got right on the money at the closest to the pen. So
You're right.
that's a shot right there. This is a limited edition
Shout
thingy.
to all the listeners.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
It is. I mean, Crown in general is pretty smooth. So
It's
but
pretty good.
it's not
I
bad.
gotta say, I feel bad because I'm not a salted caramel. I don't like caramel at all, really.
Yeah.
Which I have a weird thing to say about that. I fucking love Rolos.
Yeah.
But I don't like caramel in general. But that was pretty good.
yeah.
Definitely not my favorite liquor,
Yeah.
but by far.
Caramel flavored whiskeys, and that is by far above the rest. I have Old Smoky over there, but
Yeah.
yeah, not too bad.
Fucking-
Not too bad.
Daggum, dude. I gotta say, every time we do closer to the pin when you Everclear, I get way more drunk than I mean to.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
When
well, it's Everclear. Dude.
You know, you kind of go through life younger. You know, I'm 24 now. About
Yeah.
like 23ish,
Mhm.
I was like, I can drink fucking anything.
Yeah.
You know, and then
That'll
since you and I started the
Tough,
podcast,
yeah.
fucking 75%.
Yeah.
I never understood just how hard you could be hit by one shot.
Yeah. That'll get you pretty quick.
So, and I could probably take out a pretty good bit of natural light.
yeah,
bush
for
on my
sure.
own, doubling
That'll yeah.
whatever you had.
Mhm.
It's
weird.
It's like a
because
multiplier.
it is critical headshot. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
I always felt
It's not there.
permanent though. It's like it's almost like I don't know, like it hits me really fast, but I don't know. My internet is like
I was
funky.
gonna
right now.
say
I
the
don't know
way
why.
we're
Keep-
talking about it, it's like there's
A buzz. I remember the first time I had Everclear actually.
well, no, it's just straight to drunk.
Yeah, it was like I was taking shots of it. I was playing with my brother, and we were like, "Hey, every time." First, we were like, every time we lose, we could not stop losing. So like every time we win now,
Me and
it was like, yeah, immediate.
as you know, we're pretty good at Smash, and we'll go
Yeah,
online and
yeah.
do duos against people online,
Yeah,
and we shotgun every time we lose. Which,
Right.
but here and there, we'll get like streaks of 3, and by the third one, we're
Yeah.
like, I don't want to lose it.
yeah, yeah. That's what we got to.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we end up getting nothing on those. Though, if we rematch, we're pretty confident. You know, we've kind of learned
My
that.
brother, and he was like, his character was because we were playing split screen, and he was spinning in circles. I was like, dude,
No.
I was like, your character's literally spinning too right now. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so we'll get into my story real quick. So you went to Vegas. I went to Biloxi, which has been to Biloxi before. I never knew about
Biloxi's
it. Really.
Mississippi.
A lot of
correct?
people, yeah. It's in Mississippi. A lot of people there. I mean, I know about Mississippi, but I didn't realize that it was such a gambling area. And from what I understand, it hasn't always been like that. It's kind of like grown up. But I was talking to some older people, like, yeah, I remember in Biloxi that that wasn't there and da da da. But I've seen videos and stuff, and it has a similar like strip like situation. Where
Oh,
it's like,
really?
yeah. Yeah, it has this little like bridge, are like right next to each other or
Just
like within the
spotted.
vicinity. And there's some that are not on the
Because they have to be on like
Yeah.
Native American land or something
there
like
may
that.
be
Something to do.
I'm sure there's some bullshit with the government. Yeah, so we went to Biloxi. It was really cool. First time going to Mississippi, which is where my mom was born. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, a bunch of different places, but went with some family, aunts and uncles, but we were all like, it was kind of because obviously now I'm like, everyone was drinking. And I'm in my 30s, so I'm not really a kid anymore and stuff. And then two of my one pair of my aunt and uncles did there's a lot of cool stuff to see. Like
I'm sure,
like
just like Vegas,
sightseeing,
a lot of tourists.
yeah, a lot, yeah, exactly. Lots of, and like they're known for seafood too because there's a beach there too.
Mm-hmm.
We were like
That's kind of cool.
a few miles away from the beach. I was as
Lots of pools.
someone from Florida that has been around beaches my whole life. I should have been more impressed. I was just like impressed.
We
with
have
the beach.
Daytona.
It was
where-
cool that there was a beach right by where we were at, but I wasn't interested in going to the
You
beach.
can go in any direction. and
Yeah,
find a beach.
yeah, exactly. Everywhere we're surrounded by beaches, literally.
Big
So
beaches.
yeah, but before I get to the gambling part, one of the cool thing is we went to this local chain or not, but I'm guessing I forget the name of it though. I should Roscoe's or something like that. Roscoe's. It was something like that. I think it was Roscoe's. Like even the I'm sure like grocery store have like those. Well, it's not shitty, but the pictures of
The-
food and shit
I
that they have
know,
on
it's-
banners and
yeah.
stuff. Oh, I saw that. It really reminded me. Yeah, Company X. There's certain things like that kind of have like flashbacks. I will say their beer section was pretty impressive. They had a lot of interesting IPAs and just craft beers and stuff.
Yeah.
Thing we had the other day was from that
A local brewery.
yeah, local brewery in Mississippi. There, they had a buffet in the middle of the like place. So that was interesting stuff. In the grocery store, I was like, that's cool. If I worked here, that'd be pretty neat. Anyway, so the first casino we went to was IP was the acronym. Like I don't worst.
Was that the address?
No, I didn't get the IP address, but the casino was on your trip.
Fucking,
You went through a lot.
More than 10.
More than 10 casinos.
We went to New York, Paris, Excalibur, Aria, Bellagio. Fuck, I'd have to look at a map, but there were more.
So you went to 3 or 4 of the 10 or so.
Harrah's.
They did have a Harrah's. They had a gold nugget.
Something.
Yeah, they had a bunch of casinos that were in Las Vegas. Super confusing layout. I did not like that one at all. It sucked. It was hard to figure out some elevators that were one would go to the parking garage and then one was for the casino. So it was really confusing. 3 out of 10 on that one. And then the one I liked the most, the one that we spent most of our time at, Au Rivage is what it's called.
Yeah,
it was probably one of the nicest ones there too. And I think it had a hotel room there. But yeah, no, it was a good time. I ended up but I did have some luck. There was one day that it was down to $5 at a poker table. It was I bought in for 100. I got down to literally $5, and I was ready to get up and ran it. Got it up to like $530, which was nice. Got $100 chip. And then then we left. My uncle did a fan and free one. Like the second day, we only gambled 3 days, I think, but the second day he won the poker table we sat down at. He got up, went to a video poker thing at a bar, won $300 at a roulette table the first time. It was just betting on numbers. Individual numbers and $6 on each one. And then we went and then he took the $50 he won from the video poker, 15, fucking hit 15, won $1,700 on that.
Damn.
Then we went back to the because a lot, like I'm sure you like the casinos have multiple bars in the sides. Yeah. So there was like this little bar, like
as much money as
type thing. Yeah, exactly. Bar where you could bet on sports and stuff. And he went up there and he bet on the Ohio State game.
Mm-hmm.
Bet like $50 at. Dude could not lose. Like literally, he must have won over 2.
That's fucking crazy.
It is insane. We ate at a couple steakhouse. Oh no. Which the barbecue joint wasn't too bad. It was called on the sign said butts and more place was, but that was funny. You had to take an elevator to get up to it. They had a potato.
Better than Sonny's, that's
It was literally like
yeah, you showed me
this big. It was insane. And my mom had got that. I was jealous afterwards. It had like it was amazing. And then the steakhouse was not. I was not impressed It was called like no, what was it? Grass Crest Steakhouse or some steakhouse you see, and you're like, oh, I gotta check that out because it looked really cool and it was set up really well. But we did not good. I got a chicken sandwich, and it was literally they took like 8 chicken tenders, chicken sandwich, and it was like they just took a bunch of chicken tenders and put it on bread, and it was way too big.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
I hate when I get food and I'm like, this is gonna be so good.
Yeah,
and then I can't even take a bite. Of like all the food, but like fucking flat.
Do it.
Maybe
make it make it where a normal human can put their mouth on it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. You've probably seen this before. Yeah, this is gonna bring back like memories for you, right? You like Burger King?
I fucking hate Burger King.
I think everybody does.
I think we've lived.
Oh, you're right. We did. And we
like,
agreed on Burger King.
Yeah.
Burger King.
Burger King.
Burger King.
They need a King. You know, that's funny fact. There's a TikTok says for kid Burger King.
I did not know
that was one of the names that, according to this TikTok, you couldn't name them.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
But you can't.
No, apparently it's illegal according to the TikTok.
Soda.
I haven't.
No way. It's 14 years old, bro. For all of the listeners, there's a man sitting across the floor at the moment towards a Burger King
Like
sandwich. Literally like a snake. And just wait. Just wait. It gets better. Oh, and he's swallowing the triple. What the fuck is it? Whopper?
Oh,
the triple Whopper whole. It's so fucking loud.
It's very loud.
Sorry for the ear rape. You see, don't make your sandwiches like that, because only he can handle it.
Well, I thought that was you at first.
What? No, but restaurants just like, no, make your sandwiches a little smaller than that.
Yeah,
I can't unhinge my jaw.
I
can't do
I
it.
hate that when I see the network like shows, like food shows, and you see something that's really good, you know, but then that always irritates me. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to eat that without making a huge mess. Like there's like this trend of making this fancy burger, and they put this like metal thing over it, and it's like a cup of cheese, and then bro, how are you gonna eat that? There's fucking cheese all over the burger. It just triggers me,
especially in your car too.
Yeah,
that shit. They're like, way,
no way.
It's fucking goofy.
Oh, it's so goofy. But anyway, so yeah, going back, I would like to do some more sightseeing. Like,
you have to go to Vegas.
Yeah, I definitely want to go to Vegas.
We have to go to Vegas.
We do.
I need to recoup some funds real quick.
Yeah, I know. I've got some, not a lot for my winnings. That I actually, it's funny, the winnings that I used for my last trip when I went to that and used that as my gambling money.
Yeah,
it was only like bankroll. I kind of have it set aside.
You went.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I gotta say, I'm a little too intimidated when I see poker and casino.
We can go before we go, we can prep and maybe get a couple games going here until we're comfortable. You can sit with.
It's just how serious that shit is.
It's not that bad.
I feel like they'll bet me off the table. Like,
I mean, it depends on what table you sit at. There's a lot of people that don't know what they're doing. There's a lot of people. Like my dad, I guess my mom said he played a lot because he's a big poker player as well. Mm-hmm. What he did is, I got to sit at tables, and right before all the shows at night, because Vegas has tons of entertainment.
Absolutely.
As soon as the shows let out, a lot of people, like tourists and people, would leave the shows and go sit down at the table, you know, to
Yeah.
clean up on them because they didn't know what they're doing. They were just on vacation, you know, and it's like blah blah blah. But go there every fucking night. My dad said, my mom said he played all night. Like he played until 3 or 4 in the morning. She'd go back to my mom said that he wanted.
We had that problem with two of our buddies
Really?
in Vegas. We were stuck at Excalibur for probably 5 hours.
Damn.
It's not that I ran
That's
my
rough
limit,
when you're stuck in a situation where you're with a group and you're out or something. You have to wait for them.
They never fucking pulled out. They just
That
stayed.
happened to me the first day at the IP freely. Not money, but I ran out of the money that I was
you were willing.
I was ready to go
wager that day.
Yeah, well, and then that we went to at that place, it was so bizarre. I'd never been. This is the first time going to a legit casino. Tables at that casino that were running. That's it. There was only 2 tables.
Yeah.
I'm like a casino, 2 tables of people, and the table I was at, there was only like 5 people or 6 people.
It took
was
us so
small.
long to find a fucking table.
I lost like $100. I was like, you know what? I don't like this. I don't want to be here. So I was trying to find my floor, and I could not find my way to the other floor because I kept going to the parking garage.
Yeah.
And then I asked the guy, "Where's this bar at?" Because my uncle's like, "Yeah, I'm at the Torchlight," and I'm like, "Hey, where's this bar at?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's go in those elevators." Literally, he's standing right in front of these elevators. Like, go in those elevators. Go to floor 1. I'm like, okay. I go to floor 1, and it's a detached parking garage. There's no way to get to the casino from the parking garage.
That's fucked up.
So then I'm like thinking, there's a guy coming back in the elevator. He's like, "Hey man, how do you get to the casino from here? How do you get to the first floor?" I swear to God, I'm like,
Just trying to lose you, man.
Yeah, so I looped around like an idiot, and then I went back upstairs. And so I wandered around until I found there's actually an escalator inside the casino to get down to the first floor. But the funny thing is, I was walking in circles for a while, $100 at a slot machine because I was so frustrated trying to find them. I just literally sat to see if I can run this for a while because my mom and my aunt were playing slots and they were still gambling. Yeah, I was trying to meet up with my uncle and just have some beers and just wait with him. But then I finally was like I felt like an idiot. You know, men don't really like to ask for directions.
Fuck directions.
Too much. Yeah. So I had already asked at one point when I was on the phone with my uncle. I'm like, hey, because I felt like I was the problem. You know, like I was just couldn't figure out the directions that he's giving me for some reason. $100, and I was fucking extra mad.
Damn.
At that place.
That's annoying as fuck.
Yeah. So then I finally found my way back down the phone with my aunt, his wife, and she was on her way to him, and they were ready to leave. It was probably gonna be a minute for them to find us. And sure enough, my aunt, it was quicker than me, but the floor, I guess, by the time I got there. And I talked to my mom, and she said they had literally the same exact experience. He told them to use the elevators. They went back down, and my aunt, it was a little bit more.
Needs to get fucking trying to lose fucking
and he knew
like business,
and he knows that we were probably obviously tourists. We know. And they got confused. My aunt was a little bit more forward than me. She went back up the elevator and went right up to him and was like, first floor. And then he laughed at her and said, "Oh well, there's another way. There's a different shortcut I can take," which is, by the way, the only fucking way you can do it. It's not a shortcut. He's just being a fucking asshole. But yeah, but other than that, like it was pretty fun. It was a good trip. We barbecued one day on the back, so we got like hot dogs and hamburgers as when we went to the
which is cool
thing, and had some hot and beers too. Had some beers, and some vanilla crown. Oh, it still survived. The handle that was from the vacation. So that's how much we didn't really drink surprisingly me. And we drank a little bit, but
We fucking-
still survived.
We bought a handle of Jack. That bitch was gone within 24
Yeah,
hours.
we
And
did-
I was the only person drinking the last day in Vegas.
Oh, really?
The last one. I was the last survivor, man.
I drank a little bit. I got some, so I drank some beers.
Bro.
Oh yeah, you told me they didn't have Yingling there.
No,
right?
they didn't have fun.
That's
Yingling in
insane.
Vegas. You know what Shuck and Shack is in town?
Yes,
It's a seafoodish restaurant
Yeah.
over by like.
yeah.
I was there the other night for dinner, and I was looking at their little draft selection. They have
Mhm.
Yingling Herschel.
That's crazy.
Oh, I saw that. I was like, "What the fuck?" I
That's
was like, I didn't even know
interesting.
that came on. Draft.
Yeah.
What
Wow.
the hell?
That's cool. Anyway, so that's pretty much. I'll wrap the trip up. We went. We went. We went out to eat. Probably a little 9 hours. To drive back was a kind of a fucking nightmare. It was like upwards of 12,
Oh,
12 13
shit.
hours.
Let me
Yeah,
let me see. Do you know what Biloxi's? Let me look it up. Mississippi Biloxi.
It wouldn't be anything.
In a Cessna, you're wrong.
Really?
It's going to be like 6 hours still, probably.
Drive up there, like I said, was pretty smooth. The drive back was a fucking nightmare. It was pretty good up until we got to Jacksonville and through Jacksonville, and it was stop and go traffic. And yeah, ended up being like 12. So-
I'm trying to find the code. GPT. KOC to GP to make out here. And this is going to be in the fastest plane that the school has.
Okay.
CS. CF2.
Yeah, GPT.
Yeah, and I'm flying direct. No route. So it's about 3. We could do
Not
that
bad
on
at
one
all.
tank of gas too.
No shit.
Yeah, but
Wow.
it'd be over water, which is kind of scary. We probably have to. We could do that in about 4 hours, I would say.
Dude.
And the plane carries about 5 to 6 hours of fuel.
No shit.
And remember, we got to fly back too.
Oh yeah. So we're looking at 600 there at least.
About
and then
50
that would be pretty.
just
baller,
for the
though.
plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I mean, for gas is expensive, but it's not going to
Yeah,
be 50
I
to
know.
300 to drive there.
Yeah, I think
What do you fill up like 3 times on the
3
way?
times. Yeah. I think
3
it was
times
about
on the way
3
back.
times.
Did tinkle winkle real
All
quick.
right. Yep.
Go ahead.
Knock it out. All right. I'll just cap this little story off. But yeah, the interactions I had with people there were what it felt like not Southern hospitality, I guess. No, but it definitely most of the people I interacted with seemed to hate their lives, which I guess now, honestly. But it was enjoyable. It was pretty beautiful. The Airbnb we stayed at was nice little fenced-in backyard for the dogs to run around, and was a bunch of other. They had a small little downtown area, like old city type around.
Oh, that's
down
cool.
there. Yeah.
You can't drive a golf cart drunk though, can you?
Why not?
I'm guessing it's
okay. There's a lot of stuff you legally can't do. So, yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was a good trip. Good trip indeed. And I do play.
Absolutely. I got to go 2, 3 more times. And
Yeah.
you can't get everything done in one trip.
Yeah, that's what I've heard that.
No, it's a fucking, and your body can't take it.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's dry. You're drinking the whole time.
Yeah.
Longer than how long we were there. 5
Yeah.
days is about what you need to do.
Mhm.
Get there in the morning on the first day, leave early on the
How was your flight, by the way? How did that go?
Well, I flew Spirit direct, 4.5
Okay.
hours.
Did you get taped to their seat or
I
anything?
wasn't unruly at all. I
So
bought
you
one
drive
Heineken
off.
on the way there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
They
a
didn't
bit.
refuse to take you back.
No, I took one shot of Jack when I woke up in the morning. That was it.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, We have the bottle that my buddies did. He brought it on back, and I think I'm gonna try to get it signed by everybody who went.
You should make that a thing.
It'll be a memento. That's my only souvenir, to be honest with you.
You know, that's one thing I'm a little bummed about. I did not get anything.
You're not fucking thinking about it.
No,
You're thinking about I need a beer and I need to gamble.
Exactly. And you know, it's sucks because we didn't really.
So many fucking. I have videos that I don't remember taking.
I took some videos of the dogs.
I posted a
and stuff.
Snapchat story. If I post a Snapchat story, you know I'm. Let me see if I can find it.
I took some video and stuff of the backyard of the dogs and stuff like that. But I don't like to take pictures too much of myself. Like I like it taking up things like winning money, but
I have a video. Nick told me the Bellagio fountains are. Hey, what's the wrong video?
We're gonna get copyright. Nick was so drunk.
We were both so fucked up.
Yeah.
And I tried to take a video. What do you think of Vegas? It's great. Lean back. What do you think of Vegas? It's amazing.
Can I stare at
Fucking
you?
probably. I was drunk as shit. I didn't
I don't
know.
remember. Yeah.
I don't remember most of these
That's
pictures or videos, but
Well, I will say the one video I did try to take,
and I was fat as fuck.
I might have told the story, but the video with my diet, and I got fucking shit on by the roulette lady. She's like, "You can't take videos." It's like the one thing I want to.
There's a good picture of me and Nick right there. I don't remember I don't know who took that. I don't know who I gave my phone to. I don't try to get this
Probably like a Spider-Man on the strip.
PB&J better whiskey. Better.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Which is not as reasonable in Vegas, probably.
It's semi-reasonable in Vegas. I have a shotgun with me and Mark. Never mind. We're gonna get copywritten.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Fucking time.
No, that was good. We should definitely.
And we had Sebastian. I don't think you've met this now.
Okay.
But his parents came with us, and they've been to Vegas a couple times, and they were kind of like tour guides.
Yeah.
They helped us out a lot. Paid
Cool.
for a couple events for us.
Oh, that's cool.
Obviously, you know me. I'm like a little bit older than my group, so I was more than ready to pay for anything. But they threw me a few fucking bones, and shout out to them out a lot. But it was definitely nice to come back and not spend as much as I thought I was going to spend. Definitely, that's like the trip like planner. You know what I mean? Like the itinerary.
I've lost contact with him, but we would do trips, and it was so great because
I used to be the dad.
he was kind of like, I find that most trips, especially when it's like with my brother or some of the other, I end up having to be the responsible one.
I'm coming back into that role
on because he would 100% like he took charge of that. Like he would plan, he'd make the reservations like way ahead of time, get everything set up. He would fucking map everything out before he went there. And then he would kill them. That was the thing. He was definitely took the mom
because
role
he did all
too
this
much.
like fucking
He was too
planning and
responsible.
shit. You can't blame him for it.
No,
you
I
know?
will say just to give you a quick example. We went to Ybor one time,
and he told me it
stopped
wasn't
me.
a good idea.
I was trying to get a tattoo over his name too.
Under my ball sack.
We were in Ybor a couple times. It was for a concert. It was a Metric concert, and Imagine Dragons stuff was there. But he wanted to see Metric. I didn't really. I still don't really know Metric. It's cool. Ybor is really fucking dope. Like I knew Ybor would be fun because it's just a lot of shit to do there. So he got the room, Hilton Garden Hotel. We got these passes for these little trams that would take you downtown, everywhere you need to get, which is perfect. It means we could just get wasted, and we didn't have to worry about driving.
Yeah,
no problem. Like I better be responsible and not drink hardly at all.
Fuck, I'll tell you what. If I play and all that shit out.
I mean, I understand if you had to drive or something, but we had everything locked down.
I'll be the first and last one drinking on a
Yeah,
trip.
we went to one of those frozen slushy stands where it's like they have grain alcohol and shit. And
Yeah.
it's like that shit creeps up on
Yeah,
us or
you guys
whatever.
sabotaged this, man.
Yeah, I did, dude. The first day, you got like a Cat 5 to like a Cat 5.
I
A
know.
lot of fun that day. We went to the Coyote Ugly and all this other shit. But then the second day, he was like, "Oh man, I can't." You didn't need
And
to.
then you
We're on
guys held him
vacation."
back, and you poured Everclear down his throat.
Yeah. No, my brother met us down there. It was funny and not responsible because he drove down there. He wasn't staying with us. He actually was in a parking garage. This is his keys. It was a whole ordeal. But anyway, the funny thing was, like, Sean was like, "Well, it's here." He's driving back. We're in a hotel room, like down the road.
Yeah.
It's short day for me, or for the bartender and him, or yeah, for the bartender and they take it. Like, all right, I'll take it, but what the fuck? But it was a responsible person to plan everything ahead. You don't have to worry about it.
No, it's
And then sometimes you got to be that
and that's
person.
on spring break planner a lot.
Yeah. I've most times I'm in that role, but it is nice. But you know,
Yeah, especially
get
you
old.
went with a lot of adults this time, so they were all.
yeah, no, exactly. I didn't have to.
I got to go at least on like 4 or 5 more big trips like that in my 20s.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
got what 6 more years left to make that.
Yeah.
Well, fucking traveling's such a pain in the ass now.
It is
Traveling's so garbage, and traveling.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to downplay the fucking 9-hour drive you went on by
I'll
any
be
means.
honest. Like I've never flown somewhere. Yeah.
Like,
I've never been on a train either.
have you been on a small plane?
No.
Not a commercial plane?
Nope. Dead ass serious.
I just hit 580 flight hours this morning.
Yeah, it left the ground, and that I have left the ground, but not like flying.
Yeah. You used to play basketball. So you had a trampoline.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
really, you've never flown?
I've never flown. Oh no.
Holy, yeah, I've been on a few trains.
Train would be
I went
fun.
on the Eurostar under the ocean from England to France. No, from
Yeah.
England to France. From England to France under the ocean. The Eurostar goes like 200, really fast. It was like a 2-hour ride. It was really fucking cool.
Paul James.
What up, Paul?
Yeah,
Into this
we're about
because I got to scoot here soon,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
And I gotta scoot as well.
Yeah,
No, I gotta be at work in 2 hours.
I know. Where?
No, yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, we should plan a trip sometime. The Queer podcast too. We would get really drunk though, and probably forget to do that. But that's okay. We don't need to.
No,
go
we just do it
that.
drunk. I was out right now.
popped out.
Up, ready to go. You know, like here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have to showcase that someday.
I think I had that audio.
We're not gonna fucking delete
That
it.
is so funny. I don't even know where it's at. I have so
this
many
is a cliffhanger
files.
for next.
I'll try to. I'm sure it's somewhere.
It's got to be early on.
Yeah.
We'll bring that on next week if we
So
were.
funny. They were so drunk.
Oh.
Speaking of being the father, that night I felt like the father because Luke and Nick were. I think Blade. I don't think Blade came back over here, but I thought we met him downtown or something.
Did
We did.
he vividly because I wasn't there sadly.
Yeah.
I
That
had
was
to.
so funny.
I had to do something. I don't remember what it was. But I
Like
did
Nick
something.
was. Yeah, we'll have to loop back around to that one. I think I was.
I got one more natty light to finish, and then we'll call it.
I think I was most of that night, so or all of that night. I should remember all the night. It's just I'm
Bro.
old.
I find it so funny that Vegas, my favorite part is Fremont Street, and it's the one I remember the least.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, characters on the streets and stuff like
The-
Spider-Man.
I
or
don't
people
remember.
dressed up like just in general. Yeah,
Not,
because you see that.
So
like,
I don't
in
remember any
places.
characters, but I do remember this. There is this black guy leaning up, and he starts singing. Like he was like not moving, and he goes,
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh
"Hey,
yeah.
you put him up."
Are you serious?
Yes,
Dude, that's awesome.
and I started
would've given
laughing
a
so
fuck.
hard to me.
So funny. So did you see any other stuff like that, like just street performance?
Not really.
Like
No,
that?
not. I saw showgirls that were ugly.
I saw a thing where they said that like they put their cards on the street too, like they'll throw them everywhere. Or
The
there's
showgirls.
people- yeah,
They like slap the
Yeah,
cards
yeah,
and
yeah.
like throw them out. It's so
and,
weird.
Yeah, and they're like prostitutes and stuff, right? Like
Yeah, like if you look
Yeah.
at the card when it's on the ground, it's like a naked ass girl.
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
card. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The trip. He's like, I'm gonna talk to so many girls, bro. And then Sebastian's dad is like, you can't.
Dude, that's funny.
Just fucking roasted him on the
I
spot.
know which one that was too. If I had to guess.
Probably
yeah,
do.
yeah. I work with him, right?
Yes.
That's cool though. I feel like Vegas is one of those things that you got to do.
You have to do it.
What do you think?
Well, I'm very fortunate to have done everything I've done. I've been to New York. I've been to Vegas, San
You've
Diego.
been to LA.
And I've been to
Okay,
Santa
and
Monica, Big Sur. I've been to Europe.
Oh,
so
shit. So
London,
you're
Spain.
well-traveled.
I've been to Cozumel. Been down to the Bahamas.
Damn. Okay.
I have a lot. I've been all the way to Australia.
Would you like to go to Australia?
I absolutely would love to.
Well,
Australia.
you got to fight a kangaroo.
So my number
obviously.
my number one
Or
next one.
Iceland.
I'd love to go to Iceland, but it's not up there on the list.
That's a great place for photography.
It goes and then Italy is probably fourth.
Okay.
So Iceland's probably not too far behind there.
Germany. Is that on there?
Or wanting to go to
October,
Germany.
like Oktoberfest.
I would love to go to Oktoberfest, but that doesn't count as Germany to me. That counts as you know, it's
out
funny.
for 2
One of
weeks.
my coworkers at the flight school who just got his job as
No shit.
yeah,
Wow.
and he had a fucking blast.
bet.
I'm so jealous.
We looked
like half the month.
Half the month. Okay.
Yeah,
Because we
It's-
thought there was like a
it's like
day or
2
something
to 3
for it,
weeks.
right? And then we're like, oh, it's not a day. This is like
5 weeks.
we can get the leader hosen and like.
Yeah, could you imagine trying to live there for 2.5 weeks?
God. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so motivated that I would learn like a language.
Mhm.
I'm not going to learn 7 languages in my life.
Yeah.
But I learn a good bit of Japanese before I go.
Mhm.
Germany, I feel like a lot of them speak English. It's like you should know someone.
I want to touch on something. I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast before.
Hopefully, it's not a child, but
We definitely haven't talked about. There was a some sort of video I saw, and I don't know the logistics of it because I didn't do any research. Comments that seem to verify it, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna spread this as if it's gospel. People people who speak multiple languages apparently, like when they're whatever language they're speaking in is like some people classify like they're so different when they're speaking another language.
Yeah.
Like their personalities, they're like a completely different person. Mannerisms and just the way they are is different in a different language. It's like they're shifting their brain that before. Isn't that kind of crazy? Like if there's like truth to that, if there's like some brain chemistry where it's like if you're speaking German from like American or English John or Jack is different than German.
I'm more aggressive as a German.
Yeah, or yeah, exactly. But that from what I was reading, it wasn't just like they're just changing. They're different.
You know what's one thing I've heard about Japanese language, and this might have to do with that a little bit, is geared in a way that it's polite.
Right.
It's
right.
geared to be.
I mean, you think
but
about
it makes sense because
like German seems a little bit more aggressive. It seems like you have to speak English, and it just sounds more aggressive to us. But I bet you there are complexities to other languages. Like if we could compare it to another language, I'm sure there's certain vocabularies that, like you said, Japanese is more blunt,
aggressive, like
or
straightforward.
aggressive.
You
Because
know,
I know there's some languages like that. Well, they don't even have.
and I feel like
words
that probably has in history.
Yeah.
You know, like it's fucking, you know, Native Americans.
Right. Their culture.
It's
like,
probably
totally
more
different.
direct with the
Yeah.
wording and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you have to go fucking kill a boar
They're
right now.
not, maybe.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Which who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly. But it's kind of cool because this is a word to describe something that English doesn't even have a word to describe that. I've seen a thing about that too, where it's like, you know, German has a word for, you know, when you were 13 and you only played pool with her once or something. Like something that's very, they actually have a fucking word for it. It's weird. You know, that wasn't a very good example, but you get what I'm kind of
I
saying.
still had, and I'm loving this episode, but I really just
Yeah.
don't have the time to keep going now.
No, I gotcha. Let's wrap it. Good.
Why can't you fool an aborted baby? Because they weren't born yesterday.
Nice.
You said like we are gonna get killed.
We've got so many copyright strikes on this video from the audio.
from me playing accidentally.
Nobody will
Drop
get to-
Mercury Jr. does not give a fuck.
I don't know who that is, but
He's the guy who sings the titty song.
Oh, okay.
Listening to
I don't know what the fart noise is.
I gotta
Really.
appreciate that just
But in the
went
meantime,
right away.
follow us
That
on
was smooth as fuck.
Yeah. Let's fuck out. Follow us. Like, I don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Yeah,
You want to be on the show? Text me. Bye.
Yeah, we're never on Twitter, so